Hi, I'm Joseph Holmes, and this is Overthinking Films, the show that should probably be a support group, but we would just enable each other. Sometimes you get real, concrete examples of why overthinking movies can help you enjoy them better and make your life better. Case in point, the indie film Good Time. I recently saw Good Time, and I didn't have one. Chee! Good Time stars Robert Patterson in his Please Forget I Was Ever in Twilight role as Connie Nikas, who robs a bank with his mentally challenged brother Nick Nikas to keep Nick out of a mental institution. The movie is very stressful because you're following these annoying characters who constantly make horrible decisions while neon lights are blazing in your face and everyone is in close-ups, and then the movie just ends. And you're left wondering, what was that? Why was that? Except, an excuse to show that Robert Patterson really can act, which I suppose is good. But I was always thinking and overthinking the movie afterwards. I suddenly figured out what I thought the movie was going for, and I actually really liked it. Good Time is a brilliant deconstruction of a trend of movies that I've been seeing that I have dubbed working class revenge fantasy heist film. The boy who comes up with a shorter name for it shall be king. These films have three main narrative beats in common. A lovable working class protagonist who's screwed over by the system and who robs the people who screwed him over, creating justice. I'm Batman. Examples of films like this: Hell or High Water, Logan Lucky, Going in Style, Tower Heist. In Hell or High Water, brothers Toby and Tanner Howard rob a bank that is going to foreclose on their family ranch. In Tower Heist, Josh Kovacs and his staff of the exclusive apartment building rob their boss who stole their retirements in a Ponzi scheme. In Logan Lucky, brothers Jimmy and Clyde Logan rob Jimmy's old employer who fired him. In Going in Style, a remake of the 1979 movie of the same name, three seniors rob a bank because they lose their retirement savings. The heart of all these movies is that these working class heroes are heroes because they're fighting an unjust system. They're poor not because of anything they did, but because of American capitalism. The American capitalism lied to these people, told them that if you work hard and play by the rules, you'll be successful. But in reality, it's people who steal and take advantage of other people who become rich and successful. And so they, because they were taken advantage of and stolen from in that way, are just in playing by those rules themselves and stealing what's rightfully theirs back. This is a very modern American myth, partly born out of the 2008 financial crisis. In fact, the Going in Style movie 2017 directly references the American financial crisis.
These banks practically destroyed this country, and nothing ever happened to them.
And the original Going in Style, it was about, doing a heist because these people were bored, not as a fight against an unjust system. This morally righteous rogue myth is what defines this kind of story. Good Time flips all this on its head and breaks its windows and sets it on fire. Spoilers! Connie Nikas sees himself as the plucky young hero fighting the establishment, but it's clear watching the movie he's nothing of the kind. The mental institution his brother's in is treating him very well, but Connie insists they're abusing him and takes him out to go rob a bank, which gets his brother in jail. He and his brother treat their mother like she's a jerk for not trusting them and calling them bad people when Connie, turns out, broke her arm. Connie and his girlfriend treat her mother like she's a jerk for not trusting him when he does steal from the girlfriend and take advantage of her. Connie then gets one-upped by another guy who goes on this long tirade about it's not his fault that he's going back to jail because, of course, after he got out on parole, he went up straight to his drug dealing buddies, and then got hammered and then got in a big fight and then the cops got called. None of that's his fault. Connie even calls him out on that and says, this is just the way you are. You're, constantly making bad decisions and making excuses for it. And therefore, your life is always going to be like that. But watching it, no, Connie is exactly the same way. Good Time is a splash of cold water in the face of anyone who thinks that they are not responsible for any of their problems, and that other people screwing them over justifies them screwing them over back. This kind of movie is so important because we are so good at making excuses for our behavior. We're all like the guy who finds the scroll of truth which says, some of your problems are your fault, and then we throw it away. We all do it. We've all been the person who always seems to end up dating jerks for some reason, or who just clocks in and clocks out of work and doesn't put any effort in it and then wonders why we don't get promotion. And we get called on it and we're like, what? What? How dare you, sir? How dare you? It hurts our lives and it hurts our politics. Every politician's pitch now is, see those people, they're responsible for the problems in your life. I will take care of them. Whether it's, illegal immigrants or the media or the rich or the banks or whatever. And because they're so bad and they've ruined our lives, or that justifies us using violence against them. That isn't to say that there aren't ever problems with the system. Of course not. I mean, let's take the financial crisis. Whether or not you think that it was greedy banks that were the problem or, interfering government regulations, you still think it was a system failure. But the thing is, we have lots of movies already that, are blame the system and make the individual hero blameless in the problem. We don't have a lot of movies that make us question, maybe the excuses I'm making for my problems are really my fault. Which we need in order to make us question ourselves and at least ask the question. This is so important to me because I've seen people, ruin their own lives because they're not willing to take a look at their own problems and blame other people. I have that same problem, and my life didn't start to improve until I started saying, no, there are things that I'm doing badly that I can change to make my own life better. So, thank you, Good Time, for being the kind of movie that does what movies can do, which is to challenge us and make us question ourselves and not just entertain us. Thank you for reminding us that sometimes the problems are our own fault. Except for that time that my microwave exploded. That was the Illuminati. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And go to my Patreon page to support me making more videos like this. And please, leave a comment to help continue this conversation. I need people to continue this conversation with. I really need, I need a support group, and you guys are it. If you don't, I'll become a supervillain, and I'll suck the whole multiverse into a black hole. And you'll have no one to blame but yourself. Wow, that would be the lamest supervillain origin story ever.